What's up, deckheads? Welcome back to MTG with me. I'm going to go ahead and kick off just, I think, a Premier draft because I did traditional for Arena Open, so I kind of want to switch it back to that. Hope you're all having a great day, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Helps me out. I'm a fairly new channel and a free-to-play player, so all the stuff that you see me playing is stuff that I have to earn with, either through draft or just opening packs in general, or as the game allows, crafting the cards when you have the mythic rares, commons, uncommons to do so. The deck that I've been using is Boros. As you just saw, most of my decks always end up being Boros. I think that's just, those are the cards that I typically like to play, but I do play other decks. The next deck that I'm thinking of building is going to be American Tokens, Prowess, using the Narset, Monastery Monk, cards like that, and there's plenty of stuff to use in that. Of course, I will be using the Illuminator Virtuoso and Angel Fire because that is just an amazing combination. It doesn't take much for that to win you the game, especially if you get it early game. So, just to review the deck, you'll see to the right of the screen, got Hopeful, Lauren's Escape, Survivor of Corliss, Illuminator Virtuoso, Intrepid Adversary, Sun Gold Sentinel for now, may take that back out, Urza Silex, Facebreaker, Angel Fire, Depop, Sarah Paragon, and Elspeth. The staples of the deck, Illuminator, Angel Fire. To play off of that with First Strike and regular strike damage is Professional Facebreaker. So when you have First Strike damage hit, that's dealing combat damage to a player. And then regular combat damage is also dealing combat damage to a player. So that'll get you twice as many tokens as you can get out in the field for each Facebreaker that you have out. So that can get pretty ridiculous if people aren't taking care of him. So those all very much play together. I'd also like to add that Elspeth also helps with the +1/+1 counters. And Depop, that's my board wipe. Urza, board wipe. So the things that I would change, I'm going to keep Lauren's Escape because I think that's an amazing one-drop instant. Indestructible, hexproof, and Scry 1 for 1. That I don't want to say that's the best one drop for white right now, but it's definitely up there. As far as creatures, Hopeful, may switch that out. Used to be really good when the Selesnya enchantment deck was a really big thing. Now that's turning, they basically splashed Calyx in there, which is not splashed, but they added Calyx in there. And he's a great card for that deck. That's a good reason to keep Hopeful, but it's not necessary. So those are 3 card slots I could use. Adversary is a good 4 of. Sun Gold Sentinel I may take out, so there's 5. Corliss may take out as well. So I've got 7 spots that I could try to mix up. Maybe add another Urza Silex, because that's pretty good. Trying to find something that I can use to eliminate graveyards, and just mix it up. There's a card in here. It's artifact. I think it's a hearse. That's what it's called. I don't think I have it. Let me check real quick. It's a 2-drop, I believe. And it's pretty good for what it does. See if I can find this guy. I don't think I have it. Oh, there it is. Unlicensed Hearse. 2-drop. Crew 2. Exile 2 cards from a single graveyard. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of cards exiled with it. So, by turn 3, that could be a 4/4 blocker. If you don't put any +1/+1 counters on it. And I'm not sure if I could do that. Is this only up to 1 target creature? So I don't think... Well, when you crew it, it becomes a creature. It becomes an artifact creature. So I could use the +1/+1 counters from Elspeth on there. Might be really valuable to do that, because it's not going to be susceptible to board wipes. Those are typically sorcery speed or only activated at sorcery speed. So you don't have to worry about that. And, I mean, specific removal, of course. There is some artifact removal, but those are typically found in the best of 3 matches. since I've been doing a lot of just best of one. That's been pretty popular. So I may put that in, but I only have 2 rare slots. So whatever I'm doing, I have to figure out what I'm gonna do. Like make sure that's what I want to do. Sideboard, Kather Commando for a lot of the artifacts. It's flash 3/1, destroy artifact or enchantment. Very good, especially with Sarah Paragon because I could just pull it back and play that way. Guardian and New Benalia is pretty. It's pretty decent. I like that it pitches cards to become indestructible, similar to one of my older decks that I got in a Mythic. That is a big thing that a lot of people get wrong. See, on the card it says discard a card. It doesn't say I need to tap for that. So I can do that as many times as I want. If I discard a card and they try to remove it instant speed, I can discard another card and that'll go higher up on the stack. So that's pretty cool. I do like that it has that scry too, and enlist is pretty powerful. I'll leave that up on the screen so you can read. But in short, I could tap another creature, as long as it doesn't have summoning sickness, and add its power to this. So if I do that and then do an Angel Fire on Guardian of New Benalia, that's also really strong because I'm adding a whole bunch of power that'll have trample, lifelink, a big swing that way. I had, what was it? Sigarda's Splendor, and I think I put it back on the side. I did. This was really good against the mono blue and some of the other late game decks, but it was pretty iffy. I only had 2 in the deck, so I really didn't think that was helping that much, so I took that out. Let's see, Elish Norn and Urabras. Those I might throw in the deck just as kind of like wrenches, but if I'm putting a 4-drop in the deck, I think it's better to put Ryu back in there because it's kind of like double strike. I get an extra combat phase, so while my double strike is not a warrior or a samurai, I wouldn't get a 2 combat phases of double strike. But what I could do is I could swing with him first, and then swing with Illuminator Virtuoso. So I could still kind of get that movement going as far as double strike. He doesn't have double strike, but it's almost double strike. Swinging many, many times. So I think it's worth putting him in for the damage, but I'll hold off and see for now. There's so much removal. It's pretty disgusting. I need to find ways to get around that. This card, Light the Way, I was thinking of putting in just because +1/+1 counter on target creature or vehicle, untap it, return target permanent you control to its owner's hand. So even if things are getting too crazy, maybe there's a board wipe, I can pull something back instead of losing all the value. Most people use Homestead Courage with Illuminator Virtuoso, which is kind of cool. You target its sorcery speed. This is the part that stinks. It does have flashback. It's very cheap CMC, but you put a +1/+1 counter on it. It targets him. He connives, gets a +1/+1 counter, so you draw a card and you can discard a card. He'll get vigilance and a bunch of power toughness, but there's so many things that get around you on that. So, like, it's not helping you with your removal. At least with Lauren's Escape, I've got Indestructible and Hexproof, which is awesome. And that's pretty much it for the low end. I was looking at Swooping Lookout a little bit, because it's a 1/2 flyer with vigilance for 1. So that's pretty cool. I like that. But there's, like I said, so much removal that people are just removing your turn 1, remove your turn 2, remove your turn 3, get to mid to late game, and really give you a problem. So I've been having to wait till turn 3, play Illuminator, so I have 1 open mana to protect him, hopefully, with Lauren's Escape, and then move that way. So it's been pretty interesting as far as standard goes. But that's enough of that. We're going to go ahead and go back into drafting. Let's see. I think it's Premier Draft. Premier Draft, March of the Machine. But let's see if there's any other events. Hmm. 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 Yeah, I think we just do Premier Draft. Traditional draft's fun, but I did that last time. Okay, so this is 10,000 or 1,500. I have so many gems now from that last event. I got 6,500 gems from the Arena Open. I had some pretty good pulls with that. Did make a lot of good plays. Did mull appropriately. So I'm pretty proud of myself for that. So I have like 17. I have 17,815 gems right now. So I've been collecting them for a while. Getting low on gold, but I'll probably just do the 10,000 gold for now. I'm at 49,000 gold. So can't do the drafts all the time, but it should be worth it here. Let's see. It's 1,500 to play this. So what is the amount that I need to win to keep rolling? Looks like I need 5 wins to keep rolling, and even that's a small net positive. So we're going to try to get 5 wins. If you've played this draft at all, you know what's going on with the set. There's a lot of battles going on, a lot of +1/+1 counters. There is a little bit of a mill thing going on, and knights. What else is there? There's Convoke. That's also pretty popular. Let's see if people are on. See what we can get going on. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we ready to rock and roll. That was fast. That's probably the fastest I've ever entered a draft. So I'm excited. Let's go. Turn this up a little bit. Let's see. First pick, we've got the Wellspring Companion. No card in my starting deck is a double mana. So, like, Azuri's Color, Boros Color, anything like that. It says tap, add Wooburg, can't be spent to pay generic mana cost, and it's a 5-drop. I don't know if that's going to be worth it for us. This is a 3-drop that allows me to blink creature or an artifact, which is kind of cool. 3-drop, 3/3 flyer. Might be worth grabbing that. Nothing else really sticks out other than Mirrodin Avenged and Tandem Takedown. Really like those cards. They help out a lot. The 1-drop Bond Warden is meh. So we're going to go with the Guardian for now. Legion Duelist was just passed to us. Might be worth grabbing. It's a 2/2 Vigilance. Gets whenever a +1/+1 counter is put on him, draw a card, only triggers once. So we could do maybe like a Simic +1/+1 token thing. Or I'm sorry, not Simic, Selesnya. And just hope to see Botanical Brawler. It's a really good uncommon. Yeah, I think we picked that for sure. Scroll Ship's alright. Draw a card. Get something out of the way of removal. We also have the Alabaster 2/2 lifelink, which I like. And if we're going +1/+1 counters. But see, this Guardian blinks. So if I blink when it enters, return to the battlefield at the next end step, that'll get rid of all the +1/+1 counters. So, gotta think about that. Let's see. I do like the Herd Beast. That's kind of cool. Invasion of Zendikar. This is 4-drop, get 2 lands onto the battlefield tapped. I kind of like that. I think maybe we go for a Selesnya deck now. Potentially. Now, Volduck is great with equipments, but we'd have to see them. And I haven't seen any equipment so far. Holy Frazzle Cannon. Whenever a equipped creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature, and each other creature you control that shares a card type with it. Okay. So angels will help angels, vampires, soldiers, all that stuff. Bola Slinger is great, but I don't think it's as good as this. I think I'd take Invasion of New Capenna here. Maybe we do like a white, red, black kind of thing. What is this? Whenever you sack a permanent. That's kind of cool, but it's very specific mana cost for that. This is what, an Anthem? That's not that great. It's 3-drop, 5 battle cost. That's not worth it. I don't think so. I think we take the flyer. 3-drop, 2/2 flyer that transforms. Yeah, so far, we might even just do black-white, because, as I've said before in drafts, it is kind of hard to do tricolor. Whenever this or another black creature in this battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain a life. Sacrifice another black creature, draw a card. It's not pumpable, and it's 3 specific now. 3-drop, 2/2 flyer. When it dies, each player mills 2. Then you may exile. When you do, put a creature or battle from your graveyard on top of your library. No. No. That might be useful. It's 2-drop enchantment, incubate 3, and whenever a Phyrexian dies, surveil 1. I think that's worth it. Oh, absolutely. Snap grab. Phyrexian Awakening, 3-drop, incubate 4. Phyrexians have vigilance. Absolutely. Okay, so this would be good for card draw and to throw like a chop. So if I have something that's just losing on the board state, I'll block with it so it stops the damage coming through, and then I'll sack it and after that's declared to draw 2 cards. This will stop lifelink from happening. If somebody has a really big lifelink that doesn't have trample, it'll stop right there. It won't gain any life. So that's a good thing to have. Yeah, I think we do that. We could grab this guy for mana ramp. Everything else doesn't really fit our theme. Let's get rid of this. And so far, I think we have almost all creatures. Phyrexian Awakening, Invasion New Capenna, and Gift. Oh no, we need more creatures. We're running low. Best card out of this group, I'd have to say Rune Eyes. 4-drop, 3/3, Scry 3. I'll probably just pull that so other people don't have it. And I think, yeah, we're definitely on the second lap. Nice. Another Corrupted Conviction. This helps us with draw ability at instant speed. It's great. Now, I kind of really want the Alabaster, but more people are probably going to pass on this than Corrupted Conviction. So I'm going to grab that. Best in this group right here would be the Combat Trick. So I'll take that and just pull that out of the pool. I guess Mountain Cycling, in case we splash red. Go with the flyer. Yeah. And we're stuck with... this last card is... Combat trick. Ooh, Ren. Maybe we splash green. Who knows? I kind of like the double strike action here. Big fan of double strike. But Ren fixes all of our mana when we play it. I think we grab Ren. And then we hope to see Mirrodin Avenged on the way back.
Be swift. We haven't much time.
Invasion of Fiora. Destroy all legendary, destroy non-legendary. It is a 3/6 menace death touch. Whenever he attacks, remove all counters from up to 1 permanent. Beginning of your upkeep, if you haven't been dealt combat damage since your last turn, you draw a card and lose a life. That's pretty solid. I do want the other Phyrexian Awakening, don't get me wrong. But that's a pretty good late game card to see here. A board wipe. Well, not a full board wipe, but could be. And we'll hope to see Phyrexian Awakening on the way back. Yeah, that's that top pick right here. Second pick, Awakening. We'll do that. Ooh, we go with the Aetherblade Agent. Death Touch, and when he flips, if he hits you, I draw a card. That's pretty strong. Yeah. I'm going to move this up in case I decide to do green with it, but looks like I'm just going to do black-white. Okay, what is this? Enters battlefield, destroy target non-elf with power X or less, where X is the number of lands. That could be a cool late game thing. Power and toughness equal to the number of lands you control. That might be something that we could use. I think that, let's see, creature count 6, non-creatures 8, so we need creatures, but I'm going to grab this and then just focus on creatures. Well, I don't know. We're on pack 2. I'm going to do it just to have that. See if maybe we can work in the 3 color. Be cool if we can, but again, it's always a stretch. So I want to make sure I hit my minimums, that I have at least 17 creatures. That's a hard minimum. 18, 19, maybe even 20 is great. Having 3 other things, that's also pretty good. Now, with this set in particular, the battles that flip into creatures, that's something that I kind of look at it and I'm like, well, I might count that as a creature. Even though you're not guaranteed to have that, it's still, I feel like, could contribute to it. The land, the dually land, we need that, but Mirrodin Avenged is much better. All I have to do is chop block with something against something huge, and now I've got a removal for 1 at instant speed and draw a card. So we want to see more Mirrodin Avenged. If I had multiples of these out, I would surveil multiple times, which is kind of cool. Do need creatures, though. I'm going to stick with that. I think it's good. The 2/2 flyer, hopefully that comes back around. And then we just focus on creatures. We're going to have to from this point moving forward. Yeah, I think that's what we have to do. This card is great, Tetsuko. If you're doing blue, definitely throw that in there. Or is it tokens? That one's a really good one too. This equipment's pretty sweet, gives indestructible. enters battlefield, attach it. So for 2, give something indestructible. That's a nice little combat trick. That's pretty much all it does, but sometimes that's all you need. And then a 5/5 for 7. Swamp Cycling, backup 2. But its menace is good, so I might look at that. Well, I don't think it'll make it back around. Pick 8. Yeah, that's not going to make it back. I don't see any creatures that I can pull, so I'm just going to start trying to build that green. This is okay. Permanents get hexproof, so it stops removal. Prevent all damage that black or red sources would deal to creatures I control this turn, which is cool, but that's also very specific. I think we do Surveyor here to get mana fixing. The 5-drop 2/3 flying backup 1 is just not ideal. So much of that doesn't make sense. The CMC is way too high. It's garbage. Go for the Fox. Nothing here is good, so I guess go for the go for the flyer that they could grab before. Put this down here. I think the equipment here is more important than the other 2, even though I think coming in hot is a great card. Take the combat trick. Hey, Tetsuko. Alright, Invasion of Ravnica. That's kinda cool. Enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls. That's exactly 2 colors. Extremely specific. I don't think it's worth grabbing. Troll makes something else a 5/5 after it's flipped. 3-drop Vanquish the Weak. That might be cool, but I think Bola Slinger is better. And we need creatures. So, yeah. We'll go with Bola Slinger. I mean, I could do the Knight again. Yeah, we'll do the Knight. I don't know. Bola's good. I'll do Bola. And if I can get the Knight when it comes back around, I'll do that. Invasion of Ixalan got passed to us. Look at the top 5 cards. Reveal a permanent from among them. Put it in your hand. Rest on the bottom of your library in any order. That's pretty good. Only other thing that I would take is Skywarden. One lifelink. Exile Incubate 2 from graveyard. That's kind of cool. We'll do that. Seal from Existence. That's a good card. Love that one. What is this? If the starting deck has only odd cards, source you control with an odd mana value would deal damage to a permanent or player. Deals double that damage instead. That's kind of cool. 1, 3, 4. Seal's better. Now, if I had somehow had all odd cards there, I would have done that, but it's not worth it. Definitely Corrupted Conviction's pretty solid move. Well, I have 2 of them already. Let's see. Creature count 11. Never mind. We need creatures. Daxos. Yeah, we're gonna go all creatures here. Loris the Dream Den. Absolutely. That's the pick. I had one of my first decks on MTGA had this lifelink 3/2. I could play something with 2 CMC or less from my graveyard, and we've got a good bit of them. And that's cast permanent spell, but still, it's definitely Loris. Oh, we got a flyer here. This is a 5-drop 2/4 flying lifelink. Whenever you cast your second spell, look at the top 3 cards. Put one of them in your hand, the rest in the graveyard. That might be good for us. We need some stronger creatures. Ooh, another Mirrodin Avenged. I'm gonna grab it just because I know that removal will really help us. Bonded Herdbeast, sure. Bigger creatures is important right now. Wildwood Escort. Enters battlefield, return target creature or battle from your graveyard to your hand. That's 5 for a 3/3 though. That's pretty garbage. But they're all kind of garbage. There's nothing I would really take here, so at least that's in the color scheme. We're at 16 creatures, so we want to pick it up now. Remember, some of those battles are going to be creatures, but pick 9 on pack 3. Pretty tight for picking creatures. I kind of messed that up, but see what we can do. We can play that. Definitely have a unique draw on this one. I don't think it's great, but alright, so 3-drop 3/3. Another knight enters, this gets vigilance and +1/+1. 2-drop 3/1. Another knight enters, gets first strike. I think we do the 3-drop 3/3. Because it's at least vanilla. Another corrupted conviction. That would be some serious draw. It's either that or inspired charge, and I think it's better to have the draw. Go for the indestructible. The pest. Look at the top 5. Lander, double face card, put it in your hand. I kind of like the indestructible. Go with the creature and see what we get stuck with. We're going to be light on the creatures, but we got a lot of removal and draw. So I think we'll be alright. And a swamp. Alright. First thing I do is take out all the non-creatures, and then I see the curve, and I go from there. So those are all out. Those are out. That's out. I don't even like this card, but I'll leave it in there. Ren is technically not a creature. That's good. Bola Slinger. Cool, cool, cool. That's out. Alright, so we've got 36 creatures, 36 cards. 19 creatures. So that includes the land. Now the land is a little weird. It looks a bit wonky. The land is 4 specific forest, which is off. We're gonna want, let's see, how many I have? 19 creatures. Do I have any creatures on the sideboard? Kind of. This is gonna get weird. So Daxos, that's an expensive 2-drop. Is there any creature that I can just toss? Legion, keep. Aetherblade, keep. Iridescent Blade Master is questionable keep, but we'll keep. Self-Friend Lancer. All of these are... This one I'll toss. This is good for mana fixing, the Surveyor. That's pretty decent. Bonded Herdbeast can be used later. Wildwood Escort I don't really like. but it allows me to pull something that I may have to sack to draw. So maybe we keep that. Let's see, what am I at? 18? I could go down to 17. And then the 4-5 reach for 6. I don't even like those. But if I don't keep them in there, that can be dangerous. Let's take a look. So now I'm going to hop to the sideboard and just see, is there anything that I know for a fact I want to play in the deck? And so Ren jumps out. Like, I feel like you can get value just by having Ren out. Invasion of Ixalan is good because it allows me to dig to find something that I need, which will depend on the scenario. And it turns into a 4-3 whenever you cast a spell. This thing gets indestructible, which means you can just keep sending it in. I like that. But if I had to pick a battle, it would be Invasion of Zendikar. Because we need the mana fixing for the 3 colors. Pick 2 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield, tap. All we need is 1 forest for that. 17 creatures, 2 non. And that turns into a creature. Ren doesn't turn into a creature, but it can make my land a creature. So it's still, I would still count it. So we basically have 19 creatures as it stands. Alright, so 4 cards. What 4 cards could I use from these that would be the most cohesive, that would help me? I think it's this Invasion. That'll be a great late game. Destroy all legendary, destroy all non-legendary, so all those tokens gone. I think this equipment's kind of cool. Very specific CMC cost for a 2-drop. But it does allow me to even out the board state. So those 2 are cool. Invasion of Lorwyn creates a creature, and when it enters, exile target non-elf, which is a lot of it. That's a lot of the set. So 1, 2, 3. And what would my 4th be? I think Seal. Well, let me reevaluate. Do I have a whole bunch of Phyrexian? If I do, then I need to think about that. That could be 1. That could be 2. That's a lot of work to get that. That's 3. So we don't. There's 4. Could be 5. 6, 7. So, I mean, I have Phyrexians, but it makes me work for it. I need to have the mana to transform them. That'll take a good amount of turns at the very least. So that's tough. I don't know if I put in Phyrexian Awakening for that reason. Same thing, same reason I wouldn't put in Gift of Completion, even though we saw a bunch of the Phyrexian cards. That's not what I was pulling. Probably some oversight there. But, so as it stands, I would probably put in Seal, Fiora, Capenna, and Lorwyn. But here's the downside. Looking at the double CMC costs, I have double white, so I'm going to get rid of that. I have double forest. This could be white or black, so double black. So double green, double black, and double black. So I don't want to have another double. So this will be fine. Put that in. That could work. That could work. But I probably shouldn't put in Seal. It's removal. It's pretty decent removal, but I've got removal. Mirrored and Avenged, we want to put those in. But I also like the Corrupted Conviction, so I'll probably need to find some way to utilize that. We're going to look at the curves, see if anything pops out immediately. It says we have 16 creatures, 7 non, but a lot of those non-creatures turn into creatures, and we have plenty of removal to kind of combat trick our way into that. The the upper end of creatures we might not use. But I really don't want to drop this down to a 14. Because that's a pretty hard line that you don't want to drop too low. So I could get rid of those 2 Phyrexian Archivists. But even that's tough. So we're going to look real quick here. Destroy target non-creature that was dealt damage, draw a card. So we have some draw. And that's kind of the same draw as this. But I think Mirrodin Avenged is better. It's both 1-drop instances. Yeah, I think we keep those. So maybe we don't need this, but if we run into a problem, well, actually, it's only best of 1 matches, so I couldn't sideboard it in. All right. Well, let's take a look at the creature count again. 16 and 7. This is pretty solid. I think we keep it the way we have it. Double black would be the most that we have. We got 1 double green, but that's Ren. I think that's worth it. I could take out 1 of these and put in Wildwood. This does have reach, though. 4/5 reach. Might be worth having because there are a lot of flyers. I do have some, but it's not crazy. And Ixalan is cool. Looking at the top 5, digging, anything like that, that's fine. Reveal a permanent card, put it in your hand. But that's also delaying me. If I had drawn a creature card instead of that, then I'm still progressing it. And overall, what's the ultimate value here? I have to swing 4 damage at it. I can't do direct damage, so I have to swing at it. And it's a 4/3 trample that gains indestructible. If they had something that's a toughness 5, that's useless to me now. So I don't think that that's worth it compared to the other one that gives us lands and turns into a creature that also taps for land of any color. So I think maybe we keep it the way it is. Average CMC 3.5, a little high. Let's check one more thing. The creatures. Do we have a whole bunch of creatures that are the same of something? We've got 4 Phyrexian, 3 soldiers, 4 construct, 3 angel. So that equipment could beef up those categories. So that's worth noting. Alright, last thing we gotta do is check our mana fixing. So what I want to do is we'll hop back here. You can see that on that screen. 39% plains, 39% swamp. Awesome. Love that. Splash of green and a good amount of colorless. So these will probably be close to the same number of plains and swamps. But for green, for the forest, I don't know if 5 is worth it. That is 17. So maybe we do that. And we hope that Skittering Surveil helps us fish for what we need. We've got other mana sources to fish. And we don't have 2 specific mana on the low end until turn 3. Except for Invasion of New Capenna. But I think that that's worth it. Okay. Little low on the creatures. Would hope to see more of that. A little bit more of the combat tricks. Got some draw. Got some removal. I think we're okay. We'll see how it goes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Interesting name. We got one of each mana. We got a 2-drop, a 3-drop, and some late game. This is a definite keep hand. Some interesting cards loose my opponent has. Revealing my hand. Alright, so they know everything that I have here. Choose a creature or battle. Discards it if they don't. Incubate 3. So either way, that's good to see what my hand is. They're probably going to incubate 3 and just know what I have. What I would hope that they do, from my point of view, is get rid of the Phyrexian Archivist, because I have 2 of them. But they're probably not going to do that. If they want to delay me, they would get rid of my lowest CMC, which would be the Aether Blade. Okay, works for me. Since I drew a land, I'm not going to swing with that. I'll play Seraph, and I'll keep the Blink out, the 3/3, just because the Blink can be very powerful with the battles. If I transform a battle into a creature and blink it, it comes back in as the battle. I'm pretty certain. Backup 1 gives lifelink. They could gain 3 here, but I would just trade with the 1/1. Opponent's got less cards in hand than me, so I just got to keep that in mind. I'm going to swing over the top for 2, and then I'll blink it back in with Guardian. That way I can still use it as a blocker if I need to. I think Aetherblade turns into a 3/3. So I could outcompete the 2/2 at least. One of them. Okay, both of them. 4/4 lifelink just this turn. This is where Death Touch comes in handy. Probably better to activate the flyer because they don't have any reach, any flying defense. So this will be 6 damage over the top. Puts them on a 3-turn clock. They do have ways to gain life, so that's not necessarily true, but it's true right now. One lifelink, you can exile from the graveyard, that's kind of cool. Not sure what this guy does. 2/1, you can cast from your graveyard or exile. Okay. So if it's a 2/1, that'll just keep coming out for 3. I don't think that's worth the value. Block the 4/4. So they're gonna gain 4, hit me for 4. There'll be some back and forth, but I should be able to take that over a long enough period of time here. And I have enough mana for the board wipe. So I could board wipe after swinging. My opponent's got 1 card in hand, and then hope to outplay them. That might be a good move. Let's see, what does this turn into? Turns into a 3/6. Or I could just play it. Destroy all legendary, which wouldn't hit anything, and then activate it. That might be a better move. There's multiple moves here. Could play Ren. I think I do this. Well, let me think about that. It might be better to just hit them, board wipe, and deal with it turn by turn. That way it's less to think about. I know they got squeaked, but I think that's gonna give me a better, because the reach is a good blocker. The lands are gonna be good, so. Going with the incubate token, alright. Let's see. I think Realm Breaker. Ooh, Menace 2/4. 8 or more cards in the graveyard. I got 4. Okay, interesting. If I play Realm Breaker, he'll probably just get wrecked, so I need to add some defense. Opponent decides to pass. 2/4 flying lifelink. That's kind of cool. I do want to encourage him to swing at me. I don't want to mill because that'll activate their tenured. So I think up to 1 gets 3/3 elemental creature, becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with vigilance, hexproof, haste until my next turn. So I can use that to block if I want. I think I swing both at the invasion, because they can't get rid of Ren yet. So if they block, that might make it harder for them to do that. I don't know. Does that have indestructible? I don't know why I didn't take any damage. Because he did block him. Doesn't have first strike. Maybe it's because it passed the turn and it went back to a 3/3. Could have been that. Alright, opponent put everything out. So I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna do step by step here. Probably play this. Yeah, I think we do the life link. Make another 3/3.
Break free.
No attacks.
Fight.
At this rate, I might want to just protect Ren and see if I can get the ult off. I think they're gonna swing everything at Ren. Yeah, that's the move, because you don't want to have a situation where, oh, do they have? I'm at 6 in the graveyard, so I gotta try to figure out how to get rid of that. It's probably more important to get rid of this guy. Get rid of the token. Takes 4. And I clean up a little bit of the board, gain a little bit of life.
I am not dead yet.
Damage cleaning him up. Alright, so I was hoping I could keep that alive. We got something here. That's gonna be a good chopper. They'll lose 2 life, I gain 2 life. Now they might transform the 1/1 just to block with it, but this has vigilance, so I'm gonna swing anyway.
My voice beckons to all worlds.
Chop with the 1/1. We're up by 6. Ren's still alive. I can block with plenty. I don't think they swing here. If they do, I basically win the game here, but they might.
Allies everywhere. Stand with us.
This way I at least hit it. Now that 2/4 menace, if they block the familiar, that's gonna hurt a little bit. Because then it'll be a 5/4. I think. Yeah. That's a dumb move. That's a misplay. If I'm going to hit the battle anyway, you don't want to just throw away something. I know that he can keep playing it, but now he has to go through another summoning sickness. Alright, so my opponent doesn't have any instances or sorceries. If they swing at the 5 floor, that's dumb for them. Because I can just double block. And it'll die from Death Touch. So. Drawing a lot of land. So they already have the 5/4, so I could mill. But I like putting the pressure on this way.
Please, buy us more time.
Just gonna sit back, build up Ren. Another one, okay. Why? Just to do it?
My voice beckons to all worlds.
Hmm. Just gonna see if maybe there's a block here. If I can get them to block with tenured, that would be great for us. We'll draw a card, we'll remove it. Definitely move forward a lot. Oh wow, we got it anyway. That's gonna be a big creature. 10-10, baby.
Allies everywhere, stand with us.
All right, interesting. Might be good to get that emblem now, but try to keep him alive one more turn.
Break free and fight.
It's a good game. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more, and we get our investment back on the draft. So hopefully we can do that. I think that went pretty well, even though it's 3-color. We lucked out with the opening hand. That was pretty solid. Let's keep rolling. Late game, mid, but we need to draw a land. I don't know, maybe we draw it. That's probably not a keep, but 5, 5, 3, 3, and we got 3. So maybe. They got a fox too, but my fox is cooler. Yeah. Bonded Herd Beast, turn 5. So we got a pretty solid late game ready to roll. Let's get our forest to get Ren ready to rock. Cool. Do a turn 4 Ren. Make 3/3. Tapping specific mana here. Looks like they're going for a 4-drop. Never mind. So they want to add double mana. They can make that 2/2 do something now if they wanted. Now I could play Ren, but I also see we just drew Zendikar. Invasion of Zendikar. Great set, by the way. I think maybe now we play this Invasion of Zendikar. Have Realmbreaker play a little bit later. I mean, I could play Realmbreaker now and force that. But if I play this, then we could start playing our bigger guys. And I would just get a Swamp and a Plains and be done with the mana fixing. I think we do that. Card is insanely good for ramp. Immediately goes onto the battlefield. Don't need to worry about playing it. We're already at 6 mana. And I'm not going to attack because that 2/2 will just get rid of the 1/2. The enchantment they have on the land gives it an extra mana. So, that's why. Alright, convoke tokens. We'll need to get something out pretty big that'll gain life. I'm thinking this 2/4 flyer. Could do the herd beast, but then we're not gaining any life. No blocks. Did draw a land, so that changes things. I could play Defector. When he dies, incubate 3, so that's not that great. I think we stick to the plan. If I play Realmbreaker and something else. A 4-drop. I could play Realmbreaker and Familiar. But I don't think that that's gonna... We'd take more damage than we could deal. Or that we could protect him with, so there's no point. No attacks. We just hope that if my opponent swings, we gain more life and remove the board state quicker than they're building it. They've got 3 cards in hand, plenty of mana. More 1/1s on the board now, so that's going to be pretty spicy to try to chip down, but we could, and we could gain life while doing it. I don't think they're going to swing, but they may just try to swing outright. Ooh, stoke the flames. That hurts. Got hit for the Joyful Storm Sculptor. Those deal 1 damage every time you do a spell with Convoke. And so by tapping those tokens, they just hit that for 4. I'm in a bad spot now. So what I could try to do is I could try to fish with Ren, the 5-drop. I think it might be a 6-drop board wipe. That might be our only hope for that. Yeah, that's the move.
I burn with power.
It's also going to draw attention to him. Maybe give us another turn to try to find that. Let's see, mill 3. Where are we at? Didn't get it. We got Loris, which is kind of cool.
And rebirth.
I could blink the Surveyor to get another land and thin the deck out, which is something I could do. It's a flyer. It's a 3 battle, so I could get a 4/4 from that. That might help. The 3/2 lifelink is good, and I can play 2 drops, but I don't have a whole lot of 2 drops, and he'll get removed pretty quickly. So I think we get this. Blink it. That's a blocker. That's another land. I think that's a solid enough move. Yeah, I don't think there's much else I could do there. So that's gonna have to do. Alright, let's see. I don't think it matters which one I take, but I'll probably just get a forest. Cool. Next turn I'll have 9 lands. Probably throw the Herd Beast and the Etched Familiar, just to get more of a board presence and have some life gain when I chop with it. Of course, if we see more Stoke the Flames, we're just toast. I suspect my opponent's going to try to knock out Ren, if they can. Oh, of course, 6 damage. Yikes. They're going to swing at me. That's almost lethal. That's interesting. Alright, swinging 2 there. Yeah, they should be swinging at me. At this point, they've got enough damage to put me on a 2-turn clock. I could chop one thing. That's the most valuable thing to chop. And I think I lose right there. Yeah. Now, I could have stayed alive one more turn. Maybe that would have helped, but not likely. We basically lost that as soon as Stoke the Flames took our lifelink flyer. Pretty sure this gives us 3 losses, though, instead of the... Well, traditional 1 loss was only for the Arena Open, but... Pretty sure it only gives us... It gives us 3 for each one now. That was interesting. I don't think we could have... I mean, maybe I could have mulled in the beginning instead of keeping the heavy hand. But if we had made it just a little bit further, I think it would have been a really easy win. Alright, moving along. I guess we keep and we fetch a forest just so we have that. What's up? Alright, 5 drop. Bola Slayer, pretty solid. Probably throw it on the 3/3. Do that turn 4. Solid card. Sweet, we got all the mana. Well, a lot of it. I'll still need another swamp, another forest to really play everything in the deck, but we got a lot of what we need. No blocks, down to 13. Alright, so I think we sit back here. We wait to play Mirrored and Avenged. They're probably going to swing out. I want to get rid of the 3-3 so that my 3-3 can handle the rest. That would be ideal. Yikes. Yeah, we're hurting now. Come on, swamp. We need that lifelink. Got a swamp, baby. Play Bolus Slinger next turn to try to beef that up, get more lifelink. Alright, they're not swinging, so that's a good sign. They don't have like immediate removal. So I think we do Bolus Slinger to make that stronger, make it a 3-5 a little bit. Get it out of Stoke the Flame range. I know they're not playing red, but want to get in the habit of thinking like that. And shoot, I might nuke a Penna, sacrifice Bolus Slinger, get rid of the 2-2, and hit Invasion of Nuka Penna. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, look at the top 3 cards, put one of them in your hand and the rest in your graveyard. I guess we take the Herd Beast, get some more defense. We don't need another swamp, so I'll do that. Alright, so now I may sacrifice an artifact or a creature. I'll sacrifice Bolus Slinger, and I'll get rid of this guy. They should tap it in response. Oh, they didn't, that's a misplay. And I will swing right here. Alright, so now if they hit me for 4, it's still not as bad. I'll be gaining 3 each turn. Ooh, that's tough. 10-10 trample. Now we're in a terrible spot. I need to have... what is that ward? Ward 2? Ah, okay. So I need some way to wreck that. It's not looking good. Not looking good at all. I have 6 mana. I can throw out 5 toughness or 4. Or 5. 4-5 reach. A little bit of lifelink. It's not enough damage to kill it. If I play this and then this next turn, is that enough damage to kill it? No. I play this. I'm just going to go with as much board state as I can. Try to confuse them and hope to get them to swing at Ren instead. Leave open 1 mana there. That might make them think that I have that, if it's dealt damage, get rid of it. Oh, and I do. Now I do. That's fantastic.
I will give you all the time I can muster. My voice beckons to all worlds.
It's got equip 1, which is kind of cool, but not worth it until next turn. So when he swings for the 10-10 trample, I'll need to find a way to not lose 10. Hopefully he'll swing other people with that, and I could use that life gain to get around the 10 damage, at least to get past this step. So no attacks, just playing defense. If he swings with a 10-10, I can chop the 1-2, take 8. Dang, there goes the lifelink. Now we are in very hot water. I think we just lose. It all depends on where he swings. If he swings just at me, if he swings just at me with everything, I'm out. Yeah, that's it. So, yikes. Guess I could chop there, take 8, 9, 10. So that doesn't help me. If I block with a 3/3, I can't tap to deal damage to it to kill it later. So I'd have to block with the 1/2. That's just enough to lose. So we almost got rid of it. It's very close, but that's another loss, unfortunately. 2 blocks. I mean, I could double block. I don't want to, but at least I get another turn. Let's see, if I block that 7, 8, 9. So I take 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I have to double block. I don't want to. So I'll take 9 here. And just get wrecked. That sucks. Six open mana. Nothing I could do here.
I must.
Well, might as well hit this. I got vigilance. Could equip it to it, but that's not going to do anything. Yikes. That's tough. Ancient Imperious Source, solid card. Shoot. I guess I'll block. That stinks, man. I thought we made a good deck, but we just got some bad luck on these rounds. That's no good. One and 2 right now. On the ropes. Let's see what we can do. That's a terrible hand, but we're just gonna roll with it. Could play that, could play that, could play that. We'll see what happens. Should probably play the Forests. Well, it's only one card in my deck, Ren, that needs it, so I might be able to play it a little bit later. I'm gonna wait to play that. Try to get the value. Halberd, good card. Ooh, we got Ren. Let's play this to get some blocking. Three drop seal, maybe? Mono white could do a seal there. If they swung, they might have like Elspeth's Smite, but I guess not. Could do Dream Den. I think we do Realm Breaker here just to get a good board state going. Mana fixing's good now.
Break free and fight.
3/3 Vigilance, maybe. They didn't swing, and I think they would have swung if they had Elspeth's Smite, but maybe they have no. Okay. Bola Slinger, tap down, swing at Ren, maybe? Tap down the Lancer to try to get the land block, yeah. That's the right move. Okay.
More powerful than you comprehend.
Get the lifelink action. Doesn't really matter because it's tapped.
My voice.
No attacks. They'll probably tap down the 2/4. Try to bait the Lancer blocker, but I'm fine losing the Lancer to keep the 2/4. Well, not to keep the 2/4, but to have that option. What is this? Oh, and it fights. No! I can never keep that thing out. Tap down the 3/3. Swing either at the battle. What? Oh, what? That's a misplay. They could have swung with Bola Slinger, tap down 3/3, get rid of Ren. Now, if I get rid of that Bond Ward and those +1/+1 counters, just go to Bola Slinger, which is also a problem. I'm basically looking for another land here to board wipe.
Break free and fight.
Do I have any 2-drops? No, I don't have anything in the graveyard really I can fetch. So I might as well just throw this out for lifelink and a little bit of a protection. Because like I said, they could tap down something. And I want to make sure I have something to keep Ren going. Alright, should expect to see them swing. Maybe they don't understand how Bola Slinger works, but you should be swinging. Alright, what are you going to tap down? Tapping down the lifelink, okay. If I lose the land, I'll be in trouble. So I think they just get that. Actually, matter of fact, they're going to get it anyway. 5, 3, both of them are going to get it. It's going to turn into +1/+1 counter on creature you control. That's fine, no blocks. Interesting, some more removal. Doesn't really help us. Wait a second, let's see. Alright, so that only affects creatures. Mill 3. Did we get a land? We got plenty of land to choose from. Alright, so we have forests, swamps, and plains. I guess we'll grab the swamp. Just in case we lose Ren, we'll have the fixing that we need. Play the swamp. Now we're in business. I will swing with both just because I'm going to get rid of them. Might as well gain that 3 lifelink. Maybe they're like, whoa, wait, let me just let that in which case we would have gotten 6. We got 3 in there, that's fine. No legendary. Sweet, so we're going to destroy all non-legendary creatures. I am happy with that play. Just try to keep Ren going here. Playing a 1/1, okay. That kind of gets rid of the... Oh, they have the double land. Alright, so they transformed Incubate token. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and play this. Then I will play... Shoot, I mean, I guess... I'll make a land. A 3/3.
My voice beckons to all worlds.
I could play Invasion of New Capenna and just have a sack and get rid of a 2/2, but the powers and toughness of mine are better, so we're just gonna sit back. No attacks. Hopefully we can work on Invasion of Fiora. Two, 3. Flyer, back up 1. That helps them a little bit. I'll have to target that with my specific removal with Invasion of Lorwyn. So I gotta be careful not to lose that 3/3. They can't swing here, they have to pass. I mean, they could. Interesting. I could do Bolus Slinger. Add the +1/+1 counter. Tap it down. Swing in and hit the 4/4. But that's only so good. We're just going to go ahead and get rid of this one step at a time. Alright, so even if they hit, well, they'll equip and hit Ren for 4. So I don't think I can attack right now. That way, at most, assuming my opponent doesn't have anything in their hand, they've got 2 cards. They've got 1 card now, they just played a land. Assuming that's not a combat trick, then the most they could do is 3 if I block. Alright, gains haste until end of turn, so Ren's gonna die this turn. They're all going for this. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature gets +2/+2 and loses all abilities. I kind of don't care. Because if they get it, I could just remove that. With Invasion of New Capenna. That's kind of interesting. I could get rid of the 2/2. So I'll at least do that. So they don't get it. It's down to 1. I can handle that a little bit. Bola Slinger. +1/+1 counter. Tap it down. Hit the 4. So I swing the 4.
Stand with us.
Definitely want the creature here. And then I'll start making some progress on Invasion of Lorwyn to get another creature out, which would be pretty strong. A 6/6 creature right now, where we're starting to slow down, would be pretty good. Whenever this creature attacks, tap, sure, tap it down. That creature's got Menace too, so that's pretty good. Needs to be targeted by at least, or needs to be blocked by at least 2, so that's pretty strong. The way this game is going, I think we win this one, but Seed Core 5/5 Rotten Tail about to be a was it +2? No, +1/+1. 6/6 Trample. That's kind of interesting. I think I want them to hit it, because I could double block, but then I lose a land, or I lose this guy. Whenever he attacks, remove all counters from up to 1 target permanent. So that's going to be this thing. No blocks. I'll let him have it. I'll allow it. Cool.
Please, buy us more time.
So that'll turn into a 2/2. That may be cool, that may not be cool. I do want to get rid of the counters anyway. We'll see what they do. It's got Menace Death Touch, so if they block with both, they lose them both. What does this say? Oh, remove the counters, right. Now, I could have removed the battle counters and just gotten a battle, and that would have been sweet, but I don't know if that's the way to do that. I would like to hit both, so I will split this way. I'll do 2, and then 1. And that should be enough damage there. Pretty sure that's game. I don't see how my opponent... Yeah. Alright, 2/2. Moving on. I think that was the daily achievements I just got there. Keep on grinding. So far, that looks alright. Close to... We got Ren, that's awesome. Close to a turn 3 Ren. Turn 2... So we've got a 2, 3, 4, 5. One of each mana. I like it. It's not amazing. We will start with the swamp, then forest. In case we get another forest, then we could do that accordingly. So I like that. Got our 1/1 death touch out. That's pretty good. This board state's already looking like a standstill kind of thing. See what they do. We got a 4th land, so that's good. Bola Slinger. Kind of want to say put it on the death touch, but I'm gonna tap down the death touch when I swing in, so I'll do the Lancer here. I don't see them blocking that. Maybe, alright, so sack it, get a card. Oh, okay, gotcha. Alright, so they got a 2/3, a 1/1 death touch that I'm going to block. I'm going to tap down each time I swing. Got a 4/4. They're doing black-white, so I know there's a lot of removal, combat trick kind of thing going on, so we just got to hope that we keep drawing land and playing our hand. They passed the turn. No land, but we did get Mirrodin avenged. So that may help us draw what we need. They're going to block the 2/2 with the 2/3, but I can remove it, draw a card, maybe get our land. Because that was going to get trample next turn. Easy. Transform it. Pay 2 life. Becomes a 4/3. Would have been a 5/4 trample. Oh no. Do I still draw a card? I don't think I do because the target misses. No. Stupid scroll shift. But at least it lost the counter. So I'm okay with that. Ooh, we got our land. So we're still climbing. Now I can't swing into that because the 1/1 death touch is just gonna get rid of it. So there's no point in doing that. Just gotta wait until we draw a land. Nice. Now I think what we do is just try to get in there. Maybe I wait a turn. The 4/3, if they get rid of it, that's fine. I still get a 3/3 next turn. The 1/1, they probably won't block with the 1/1 death touch. It's a good little counter, like, but I don't know. We'll see. If I can get rid of the death touch, I'll start swinging with the 4/4 more. But for now, there's not much I can do about that. Could do that. Alright. I'm just gonna transform the token and swing with that as much as I can. I got Ren in hand right now, so it's only so good. Opponent's got 6 cards in hand. They're waiting to play something. I don't know what it is. That's not a good sign. Phyrexian Awakening, okay. Okay, I need a swamp or a forest now. I'm just gonna swing with that 3/3. Try to get them to block with that 1/1. Get it out of here. Oh, that's right. Transform. Yikes. Okay. This misplay on me. Ugh. Tough. Oh, it's a 5/5? Oh, that's right. They get +1/+1. Yikes. Okay. I'm gonna really need to draw a swamp to try to get around that. But regardless, that was coming at me this turn, so... Do I double block? I could do that. They'd probably get rid of the 4/5. I think that's the move, because I don't want to deal with that forever. It's just going to keep being a problem. So, pick which one you want to get rid of. Archivist, okay. Wow. Well, at least they got rid of that removal, because our Judge of Valor wouldn't have stayed alive had that not happened. And that's assuming we draw a land that we need. Yikes. Okay. Opponent's got 4 cards in hand. I have 2. The game is starting to level out as far as card advantage, so that's a plus. Getting rid of the 5/5. At least my hope. Cool. Got rid of that 5/5 token. I'm at 20. Opponent's at 16. They got the 1/1 death touch. So it's still kind of spicy. I don't know what they got going on here. 4/4. They're going to draw a card when they hit me. $15 all. Tie game. We got our swamp. We got our lifelink. Plenty of removal choices in black or white. My opponent's got a huge advantage right now. I don't think we're gonna win this. Does not look good. Discard a card. There goes Ren. No. Hits me for 6. That's a 3-turn clock. Well, if they're 3/3 Alabaster, if I don't play anything, that'll be 2-turn. Watch, we're gonna draw forest. No, okay. Sometimes it really be like that. So since we did 3 colors, I think that's where it hurt us the most, because the 3 colors, while it gives you that much variety, and sometimes there's a card that you can really get a lot of value out of, like Ren, in this example for this draft, it probably would have been better for us to stick black-white, and we might have gotten a lot farther. But who's to say, because Ren did really help us out a lot. The mana ramp was good, allowed us to play the late game, but maybe we didn't even need a late game if we just had awesome early game stuff. I don't know. Can't stop the flyer, have to stop one of them. Those will trade. Opponent's at 20, I'm at 4. Maybe I get the board wipe? Did not, got the forest. That's good game. That's it for that one. I will let them swing it out here. And that's it for that draft. Sometimes it's like that. This is one of those times. Okay. No packs to open. Well, I think. Oh, we got two. We got 2 packs to open. See if we get anything good. Preferably, and 50 gems. I'll take it. Preferably the rares, so we could start building the decks the way we want. No. Drew and Hazaret's alright. Basically lets you pull an Aura, Demigod, or God card when you play it. What is it, 7? Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may exile a legendary creature card from among them. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. Oh, I was thinking of a different one. So this lets you look at 6 when it attacks, I believe, as well. Yeah, every time it attacks, you do that. Look at the top 6, put a legendary in. Until the end of the turn, you can play it for free. And if you have 1 or fewer, it has Vigilance Haste. I don't think that you'll get much out of the Vigilance and Haste, but maybe if you're top decking, that would be cool. Somebody's going to do something with that card, for sure. And oh, we got a rare from how many packs we opened, so that's a plus. City on Fire is alright, 8 drop. It's got Convoke though, so if you're doing Is It tokens, definitely throw that in there. But that's what's up. Some good stuff in this one. Thanks for joining me. As always, watch these games, get those gains, and walk those planes. Until next time, deckheads, keep it easy.